2, 1. You had cut out a little bit. Could you finish what you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, man, I don't really like fake things when it comes to like entertainment shows and whatnot.
I don't
So it's
like
like,
watching something and it's feeling like I'm watching SNL and they doing skits or something.
yeah, and this is like like I understand, like Power is not a reality show. I mean, not like a based on real facts. But I mean, if his shit gonna be that fake, it might as well be a Marvel movie or some shit like that.
Yeah, Marvel movie.
And
That's
that's kind of
exactly. Oh,
how,
Fast and the Furious.
yeah, like that shit,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Me and my friend Brian, we love talking about movies and like bad actors and good actors and actors no one has heard of and why this actor isn't in more movies, but this actor is in like everything and we have so many topics over it. And I mean me and my friend Brian coming up. But really, like, my whole brand right now is really just like on some, like you said earlier, like some Arsenio Hall thing. It's like, I'm really just trying to interview people. I'm breaking the fourth wall here, but I'm really just like interviewing people because it's like I've always wanted like I always felt like everybody had a story. And I do want
Hmm.
to get into like a series of like when I'm like with my friends and we're just discussing topics. But right now I just feel like everyone has a story and I just want to get everyone's story out there because you can be having conversations with your friends and stuff, but you also hide like your real emotions sometimes when you're with your friends. And I feel like when I interview people, I bring out real emotions or I get people to talk about things that they don't normally talk about in front of like their closest people or whatever. And I just thought it
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah, man. It is something you learn more about people because doing an interview is different than just having a conversation with somebody. You asking people specific questions on their life and everything. So when you talk to your friends and everything, you might just talk about, hey, the Lakers just won, or
Playing 2K
yeah, you
later.
listen to that new Pop
Yeah,
Smoke, or like
yeah.
you're not really talking about anything real the majority of the
Mhm.
time. So interviewing people, everybody has a story. And another thing you gotta realize too, that I realized doing this podcast thing, people like to hear themselves talk, man. Like people
Yeah.
just like people to talk to them, man.
Everyone wants a like a little bit of fame in a way.
Even if they don't want to admit it, they don't. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
be a nobody.
Yeah. And it's like and like doing the podcast thing is like a few of my friends have asked me like, what are you trying to do? You trying to become famous or something? I was like, damn, why I gotta be trying to become famous or some shit? Like,
Hmm.
why I can't just be interviewing someone or something like. And I don't know. That's not like the vibe I'm on. It's like I'm really just trying to talk to people, see where their mind is at,
But that,
get some great conversations.
but that's back to like my point with the whole thing I do, the doubt it, reason to doubt.
Mhm.
Like them is your friends asking you that like they your friends, so they don't really mean
Yeah.
nothing by it. But it's them there just trying to discourage you from doing you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Shout out to DJ Stino, one of my co-hosts, man. He got a brand, it's called Get That Water Clothing. But his main thing on his shirts and on his merch, so what the main thing it says, be yourself. That's his slogan, be yourself. Cause shit, be yourself. Everybody else is taken. But that's just one thing. You just gotta be confident in what you're doing and not really listening to outside noise. But they ask you like, what you doing, trying to be famous or something? And they might not mean nothing by it, but they thinking in their head like, they ain't got the balls to do what you doing.
Yeah.
They would love to
And
do that.
yes, yes. They'll
Yeah,
say they're
everybody,
gonna do it and never do it.
exactly. The fact that we talking right now, you doing your podcast, you're already steps ahead of people. You already past the level that people scared to do. You know, like me, I'm known from where I'm from as a basketball player, like J.SIMS hoops.
Mhm.
Like that's him. Like me doing
Mhm.
this is just something totally new. Only people that know me, know my personality, like on the podcast is like this. They know me for real. They're my true friends. People that really don't know me, but thought they did. This is something totally new. They see me doing, and they sell things like that. Like, hey man, why you doing that? What you trying to do? What you trying to accomplish? I'm just being myself, man. Like I'm just gonna keep working at what I want to do and not
Will
really
we
worry about
ever
somebody else.
I do want to make a part 2 interview with you, and I want it to be longer. I know this interview isn't gonna be as long. But
Uh
could we do a Zoom conference with everyone on your show, and I could ask questions and stuff, and let you guys answer them together and everything? Because I know you guys are a whole team. It's like you guys are like y'all like the ASAP mob of like the podcast
huh.
game right now. You feel me? Like
Yeah, that's what.
you gonna see these two white couples on Anchor and shit. It's like they see y'all, they like, oh shit, like oh, like oh,
Yeah, that's what we trying to
yeah.
do. That's what we trying to do. Everybody be their own individual style, man. Everybody be a branch off a reasonable doubt tree. That's what I'm trying to do. But most definitely we can get on Zoom, and that'll be even better. Have all of us on there,
We can
everybody
schedule
talking.
that. We can schedule that about 2 weeks from now. We can all do
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Zoom conference. That'll be very fun. I would love to have the whole Reason to Doubt team. I have a few more questions for you. I know we have to get out of here. What are some mistakes that you made when you first started making your talk show that you later like found out like, hey, like I should have never done this or something? Or did you ever make a mistake or anything?
Make a mistake. I wouldn't say nothing. Nothing I really did have done yet has been like a detrimental mistake. Like I haven't done anything where
Or
I
just
can look
like
back.
things that you had to learn from.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's more things that just like, okay, I found an easier way to do things, like fix my
Hmm.
audio or how I'm like edit how my videos get edited, how I want it to look.
Yeah.
Um, the main mistakes, I can't go back and listen to my like the first episodes and maybe the first 20 episodes. It's like I can't even watch them because the way I was speaking.
Yeah.
You never know how well you speak until you watching yourself on camera. It's
Hmm.
funny. We had a call in last episode. One of my friends, we called him, and he's never been on a podcast or anything like that. And on this next episode, you're gonna see we're gonna have a, you know what I'm saying, counter. Like every 5 seconds, he said, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But if you watch episode 3,
Yeah.
episode 2.
Hmm.
Reasons Doubt podcast, I said, you know what I'm saying after every word, after every statement I made. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And just looking back, even still to this day, I'm not Brian Gumble or anything like that. So I
Yeah.
still say like a lot. And
That's
that's the
what I was
mistake.
gonna say that. I say like a lot. I don't
Yeah.
know
And that's
why.
just something that I try to work on. But
Hmm.
just structuring the show, it was like mistakes I made. I was maybe over talking my co-host, just switching stuff up. Those are the mistakes that I made, but not even mistakes, man, because I'm still learning every day. The way we doing the show right now, a year from now, we might be doing it totally different. So all I can say is, man, keep trying new things, keep challenging yourself and doing it, because the mistakes, like you're gonna make them. Just keep making them and just make sure. Just hopefully they're not detrimental. I can say a mistake I made. Um, at first we might have been speaking a little too raw,
Yeah, I know what
and
you
it might
mean.
it might have it might have turned some people off at first.
Hmm.
I can say
Like
that's a mistake that people might make. Like if you're making a podcast, it's cool. Everybody make a podcast, but if you want people to listen to you,
it has to
you
be
gotta
for
watch who
everybody.
you are. Exactly, you gotta watch
Hmm.
who are offended, or you just gotta know. I mean, those people ain't gonna like what you're saying. And I'm not saying like censor yourself something crazy, but just
Yeah.
you know when you're disrespecting somebody, so
Hmm.
just
You
don't
know
do
when
that.
you're going too
And that's
far.
something exactly. So like that's something I would say. That's a mistake we made early, maybe offending some people, but I think we got that under control.
It seems like you know a lot about how to like use like the internet and everything. Have you been coding, like learning to create your own app or anything, become an app developer?
No, I am a little internet savvy, but
Hmm.
not that much. I do know my way around on computers a little bit, but I used to know more, and it was a long time where I just didn't deal with it. But me doing this podcast, I just had to like teach myself how to do a lot of things because I mean nobody's gonna do it but you unless you paying somebody. You know, it's easier now. We got a little team and we all working together. But
Mm-hmm.
at first, it was all me. It was me setting up the camera. It was me editing the
Writing the
videos. It was me doing all
topics,
that. You
editing,
know, and
adding,
now,
yeah.
yeah. So it's not. I don't know how to code or anything yet, but from doing this podcast, I'm definitely trying to learn every day more and more how to how to do more and just make everything more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get more stuff out there. Like so, it's something I'm working on though, developing apps or anything. Yes.
I know we have to get out of here. What's the future of Reason to Doubt? What can we expect coming soon from you guys? Merch or anything? Or?
We definitely got merch. Merch on hit. All you do is gotta go to our socials, Instagram, Twitter. We have merch available.
Mm-hmm.
We always have merch. But more merch. You expect to have more skits. We're gonna make a lot more skits.
I like you guys
We
skits, man. You
have,
guys are really funny, man.
yeah, man, appreciate that. But you can expect more guests, more popular guests, more famous guests that you might recognize, and just expect us to keep working. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep getting better. But just expect us to keep building. And I want the Reasons Our Podcast to be the number one podcast in the world. Like I'm not just doing this to do it. You know, I'm gonna work. I'm just trying to outwork people. You know, because I feel like our point of views are valid in the culture.
I know Reason,
Just people don't know.
Reason to Doubt. I know you spoke earlier about how you had the JC influences from his first album, and I know Jay Z speaks a lot about investing in stocks and bonds. And I spoke on one of my previous podcasts, I think episode 3. I spoke to WSB Sparrow. Shouts out to him. I spoke to him about stocks and things. Because right now I have money invested in the Tesla and Apple and everything, and I've made a good 15 and up, and I was wondering, do you have money invested in the stocks, or is there something that you can give, like a little, not blueprint, but a little advice to people at home of how to start their own podcast or anything?
I do have money invested in stocks and Bitcoin, all of that. Some advice I can give somebody: if you got a job with a 401k, look into your job's policies and see if you can play around with your 401k. And because a lot of companies let you move your 401k around, you can invest it into Apple and major companies like that too. That's just some free game for some people too. But yeah, man, just know like this stuff don't have to be expensive. Like with these apps like Anchor and everything like that, if you saying, "Oh, I can't do my podcast. I gotta buy my microphone. I gotta do this. Gotta do that."
Mm-hmm.
You them as excuses, man. Like, cause you can do this stuff for free.
Yeah, like I'm doing
You
it
know,
on my
you
phone
don't
with AirPods.
exactly. I'm talking to you right now with AirPods.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's sounding crystal clear. Like me,
Yeah, I
I
know
do
you
my
guys got
show
the mics
at a
and
stu.
everything.
Yeah.
You guys
So
got a nice
we
setup.
use we use a real recording studio and everything now. But the first 50 episodes or whatnot is in my basement. I set it up in my basement. I bought microphones. I bought a computer. You know that the filming is we had an iPhone 10 for the main thing. We had one other camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's us. That's us invested in ourselves though at the same time too, because we started off with this and we leveled up in every aspect, and we're just gonna keep doing that. You know, that's something that we just keep working on. But when you work, like when you working hard, people gonna see that and people gonna want to help you too. That's how I feel. So as long as you're working, it's easy to get help. You know, somebody see your vision, you're gonna get better the more work you put in. So it's like the like Malcolm Gladwell book, The Outliers. Um, shit, that 10,000 hours, you just gotta put your work in, and good things will come. That's my theory on life. Nothing's gonna come to you just sitting on your ass.
Yes, I try and tell a lot of people that, my friends that, a lot of people that you have to just act now. Because one thing about me, uh, my what I'm trying to do is become a filmmaker, and I'm not trying to do it. I mean, it's going to happen because I speak into existence. But a
Yeah,
lot of people around me are
exactly.
like, hey, why are you doing podcasts? Why are you going on Jerry Springer? Or why are you doing these other shows or whatever? Or why are you like making R&B music? And I'm just like, damn, like I gotta do like 50 things. Like I'm one of the people, like I feel like I gotta do like 100 things before like that one big thing happens, because I make a lot of small goals for myself. I don't like, I make one long
Yeah.
goal and then I'm hopping to other goals to lead to that one long goal, and I feel like because I'm going at that route, I feel like it's going to happen. And the reason I bring that up is because I look at your podcast, and you guys have a similarity setup of like an 85 South show setup. And it's like, you guys like
Uh-huh.
how you guys have your wide angle shots and everything. You guys look like, man, you guys are real professionals, man. You guys don't even look like professionals. And it's like, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
on like you guys level, or just not even trying to be on someone's level, but just trying to, well, you guys inspired me is what I'm trying to say. And
Exactly.
with
Exactly,
with
man.
the goal process is to inspire, because whenever I was in college, I used to be like, damn, like I'm here for money, like why I gotta take all of these classes, why I gotta do all of this, like why can't I just have money? But then I had to realize, like, the thing I'm going to school for, like I'm majoring in, I can't just be doing it for money. I got to be doing it because I really am passionate about it. It's something I want to do, and it's something that I can do, and I don't feel like I'm working, or I don't feel like I'm stressed out or something. I'm just having fun. And
Yeah, man.
yeah.
You said hold up. You said you was on a Jerry Springer show? What you doing on
Yeah, I've been on
there?
Jerry Springer twice. A lot of people. Well, that's kind of where like my subscribers come from. Shout out to the Drew Carey family. I just reached 30,000 subscribers today. This is my 11th episode. For the short process that I have right now, I'm a lot of subscribers, and it's because Jerry, they're going around of like me with my hands like clapping, and like my mouth, like my jaw had dropped, because some girl showed her boobs in the audience or something. And yeah, and
Oh,
it kind of gained me like a little following or whatever. That and Kiki Palmer got my Twitter deleted because she thought I called her a crackhead or something, which I didn't. I was just like parodying her or whatever. So it kind of like, my name kind of like grew for itself, and like you guys' name is growing for yourself. Like when I first got on Audrey, you guys were the first ones I seen, and I didn't want to message you guys until like I started doing my research and watching you guys' videos and everything, and I was just like, okay, like this is a team of people that have their own brand that I would like to interview, and like I'm happy that I have you on the show, and I will have the whole Reason to Doubt team hopefully by the end of this month, or next month, because I'm starting a mini series next month with Zyra from the Old Bite Me podcast. Zyra's from India, and we're trying to start our own mini series, and yeah, man, I would love to collaborate with you guys. I don't know. I really do everything, man. I really don't have nothing that I can't do in a way. And it seems like you guys are very flexible and have hidden talents as well. And, man, I like to just,
yeah.
thank you for having just your time, man, and, having you on my podcast and everything, man. And, this was a real interesting podcast that we had, and we touched on a lot of subjects. And I think people at home know a little bit more about the Reason to Doubt family, even though it's just one of you here today. And man, You guys are
Yeah,
just grinding, man, and I can already see you guys' success, man. In my eyes, you guys are successful already because you guys already have the brand, you know.
yeah. We just need the people to see it, man. And I appreciate you, man, for having me on here. And we definitely have everybody else on here too. And your subscribers and everybody, your listeners. Just know, just hit us up, follow us at the Reason to Doubt Podcast on all socials, on Twitter, Reason to Doubt Podcast, on Instagram, Reason the number 2 Doubt Podcast, Facebook, Reason to Doubt Podcast. Most definitely hit us up on YouTube. Check us out. And I was just real quick to shout out my team real quick. Shout out to my guys. Shout out to Joe Jack. Hit him, Joe Jack 23 TWO number 3 on Instagram. Shout out to Fresh 60. Shout out to DJ Stino. Get that water. Shout out to Young Juice. Shout out to Art Shooter. That's somebody you need to collaborate with because he does all our videos, all our editing, AE Media, Lil Deuces. Shout out to our whole team, man. The Reason to Doubt Podcast. Shout out to Mr. James also. Thank you for having us, man. Thank you. To all the listeners, man, check us
And
out.
I will leave your
I feel like
YouTube channel and your social media and the bio so the listeners can get more of a subscribe following. And man, this has really been fun, man. Thank you, and I will message you and let you know next month when we can do our Zoom conference, or probably be by the end of this month, depending on how things are going. Might even be next week. I don't know. I'm kind of random. But you know, we'll make out a
all right, man.
schedule for
Are you good?
everything.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you
Thank
for
you
having us,
for
dude.
your time. This has been the Reason to Doubt interview on the Drew Carrier Podcast Show, and we are out.